Yes. So they have to arrange fish also for the penguins, so that they don't die of hunger. It's a great challenge. Actually, everything is a challenge in life if we go to see. Simply getting one penguin to eat is a monumental task. What is a monumental task? It depends. Now, what type of penguin it is, what size, whatever. If you feed one, also it's a monumental task. If you feed 10,000, also it's a monumental task, isn't it? So, this is what it is. So, feeding one is also the same thing, and feeding 10,000 is also the same thing. So, for one fish, for one penguin, you might have the fish ready, but every day you have to give it fresh fish, isn't it? Because you eat from the fish, you directly go swim, catch fish, and swallow it. And there's a specific size also, just not any fish. In the wild, penguins hunt for sardines and gobble them up while they are still alive and wriggling. These penguins won't accept dead fish from human hands. So they must be force fed. To force feed a penguin, a worker must restrain it, pry its beak open, and shove down fish down its throat. Feeding one penguin can take an hour. Feeding all the penguins takes an army of workers 15 hours. Now they have sardines. Sardine is a kind of fish in the sea you get. It's called a sea fish. I don't know if you have eaten or not. I have eaten sardines. Very tasty and it's very good for health. Sardines. It's very expensive also. So they eat those small sardines while they're still alive, they just swallow it inside. And it dies, it gets digested. They got the digestion power. Omega fat is there, vitamin D is there, strongness is there. So now they have to force the feed, the dead fish they won't eat from human hands. They have to open their beak, try to open their beak and push it inside. Then it will go. Once it goes inside, it will go inside. They will digest it. But a dead fish they will not eat. You have to push it inside. And feeding one penguin takes round about 1 hour sometimes. Very difficult to feed them dead fish. But they have to eat, otherwise they will die. They will fall sick. And for feeding all the penguins, whichever they have tried to save, an army of workers will take 15 hours. Lot of people are needed. And then there is the smell. The combined droppings, scent of penguin droppings, dead sardines and human sweat permeates everywhere. That smell is there. It's a very treacherous job. It's a very difficult job. Human sweating and then penguin droppings. Penguins are going to use the toilet also. They don't have a separate toilet. They will do it there only. And then dead sardines, fish, smell is very bad. All that. People when they go to feed them, they vomit by the first smell. Just imagine the situation. But they have to work out and save these birds. A news of the rescue effort spreads. Thousands of volunteers flock to the warehouse eager to help. Lot of people start get to know the news that what's happening, these birds are in danger, let's go and help. We have to help them out. They are a diverse group. They are huge variety. Penguins are very nice birds. They are a diverse group including wealthy women from fancy neighborhoods and poor teenagers from the streets of Cape Town. Everybody has come out. No matter what, anyone is rich, poor, young, old, they have all come forward to save these beautiful birds. Some volunteers have experience rescuing wildlife. Others have never owned a pet also, but they are also coming. They have never kept an animal also or a small pet also in their house, but they have come to help. See the heart of the people. Everyone is thinking for us, for the birds. All of them have one thing common. Everyone has that one thing in common. A mission to save as many penguins as possible. There will be deaths. Few will die, but saving as many as possible. Everyone is having that sense inside. We want to save this species. It's an endangering species. Terror and healing. For you, one of thousands of oil-soaked penguins every hour brings new terrors. The force feedings, the ointment applied to your eyes, the tube stuck down your throat to pump liquid charcoal into your stomach. Pump liquid charcoal to kill that oil. It's going to absorb that oil. But as time passes, you begin to feel better. The ointment heals your eyes and the liquid charcoal helps your body rid itself of the oil you swallowed. You feel stronger. As time passes by, everything takes time to recover, isn't it? They have given you eye lotion also, ointments for the burning in your eyes to cool down. Liquid charcoal helps your body to remove that oil which you have swallowed when you were there in the water. You feel stronger. The humans win trust and you accept fish from their hands. Now you are also accepting fish from their hands. You have seen that they are trying to save you. They are getting you better. They don't want to kill you. Then you start taking fish from their hand. There is one woman who comes every day. You recognize her voice and greet her with a bark. Now you are getting tamed. We are coming to know each other. We are getting to know human people. You remember that voice. Like a dog in your house remembers your voice. You remember that voice and you bark at her. There's one sound. Penguins have a different sound. As you hear that voice, you start, and you have started eating also, so you will get well soon. After many weeks, it is at last your turn to be cleaned. Now you are there, now your turn has come to be cleaned. Everyone is being cleaned, you are seeing it. You are taken to a room and placed into a plastic tub, a small tub. A woman pours vegetable oil over you to loosen the caked on oil. Vegetable oil is not bad for your health. So oil is put to remove that oil which has got hard, become a cake type of thing, sand, mud or whatever has come onto it. She washes off you with mild soap and warm water. Mild soap, very normal soap, mild, not affecting your feathers, and with less warm water she is wiping you, cleaning you, washing. Her gentle hands scrubbing your body inch by inch. Very nice soft hands, gentle hands, not very rough, cleaning you properly. Inch by inch so that no oil is there. She carefully cleans your eyes and ears with a toothbrush. You do not bite her. The next day after your feathers are clean and dry, this woman picks you up. She holds you close to her chest. You do not try to get away. See, they are so happy that one penguin, even if it lives, such a great help to the nature, to the system. So people care about you. So nicely they are taking like their own child. They are taking care of you. Okay, so we'll keep it till there. and we'll come back in the next class so that we can finish it. This is quite a nice chapter. I want to take it slowly. Okay, so we'll do terror and healing. Okay, so we'll put the date today is the 27th 7. Okay, so read the chapter, try to understand, see the words, and next class I guess we'll finish it. Lauren Tarshish, very beautiful story she's written. Anyways, thanks, I liked it. So take care of yourselves, be good, be home, and stay safe, and read, study. Next class when I come, I'm going to finish this and we'll discuss some question answers. Okay, see you, bye bye.